I was sitting at the red light, and this guy's looking at his phone. Bam! He rear ends me. I called the Kentucky Courage Lawyers at 800-55-WILDCAT.
Call 800-55-WILDCAT. Morgan, Collins, Yeast, and Salyer.
This is Dave. He thought he'd save money by getting internet from one company and TV from multiple providers. You see, Dave and his wife watch live TV, Ella her favorite kid shows, and Henry loves sports. It was costing Dave a lot. So Dave switched to Spectrum. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 per month each. Call 833-985-4499. Spectrum Internet with speeds at 200 megabits includes a free modem and free online security software. And Spectrum TV with over 125 channels includes live local news and regional sports and up to 85,000 on-demand titles. Plus, with the free Spectrum TV app, everyone can stream on their devices anywhere. So now Dave has one bill, one provider, no contracts, and is saving a ton. Be like Dave. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 per month each. Call 833-985-4499 or visit spectrum.com.
Living with metastatic breast cancer means being relentless.
Because every day matters. And having more of them is possible with Verzenio, the only one of its kind proven to help you live significantly longer when taken with fulvestrant, regardless of menopause.
Verzenio plus fulvestrant is for HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
Every day matters.
And I want more of them.
Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
When my husband was hit head-on, I knew it was time to call 800-55-WILDCAT with the Kentucky Courage Lawyers.
To talk about your case, call 800-55-WILDCAT. Morgan, Collins, Yeast, and Salyer.
Come find your new home at Windsor Gardens.
Ahead on Fox 56 News, we've got a winter storm warning and a winter weather advisory posted for our coverage area. We'll let you know what that means for you coming up.
And for many students, you can press that snooze button. It's a snow day for a lot of us here in the Bluegrass.
And the First Lady's visit to Bowling Green is now up in the air. Find out why it's on hold.
Live from Lexington, our home, your news. This is Fox 56 News at 8.
Bluegrass country bracing for the white stuff. Good morning, everybody. I'm Paul Jones.
And I'm Krista Spadaccini filling in for Mandy Noel. Still sick at home, but at least she's warm. Doesn't have to go outside and deal with the snow.
That's right. Many schools have closed for the day, including Fayette County. Keep an eye at the bottom of your screen. All the latest closings as they come into the Fox 56 newsroom can be found right there. But right now we want to start by checking in with Justin Logan, our meteorologist in the Weather Center, tracking the white stuff. It's going to be fun, but also kind of a hassle for people.
Yeah, for sure. Travel impacts expected, guys, as we go into the afternoon today. So this morning, while things are all right, at least driving to work, coming home, a different story. Let's look at radar here. A lot of blue showing up, and if you look at the legend, that blue obviously represents the snow. Most of the snow that's reaching the ground is down across Tennessee and Arkansas and over into the Missouri Boot Heel. What'll happen is this snow will keep spreading east as we head late morning and about midday. And around midday into the afternoon is our best chance that we're going to start seeing that snow get down to the ground. Before that, some flurry or very light snow chances. As we go into temperatures, very cold. There are the alerts one more time for you. If you're under this winter storm warning, which is most of our coverage area, you just stand a heightened chance to see more snow than places like Franklin, Harrison, and Scott counties where you're under a winter weather advisory. advisory. I don't want to downplay that because there will still be impacts even in those counties too. Today's forecast, 9 o'clock, some snow flurries, 20% chance of those in 23. We may spike up briefly to 25 in Lexington. Snow becomes likely then, all right? So lunchtime, right through the afternoon and early evening is our best chance to see snow, and it will accumulate. It'll be heavy at times, especially across southern and southeastern Kentucky. We'll talk about totals in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, well, Justin, I was following up on your very note because it's interesting to note the fact that this is an unfolding situation. Notice that let me take the map here. The weather impact that you see here is going to be low here in the morning, as you just pointed out. But by lunchtime in the ride home, this might last about 7 or 8 hours. In fact, I was doing some checking at some of the modeling. Again, sometimes there could be some differences. But 10 or 11 start time for Lexington, about 6 p.m. Say Corbin, London, about 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Somerset, Pulaski County, about noon to 7 p.m., just for a rough estimate. And then Jackson, we'll say about 1 o'clock to 8 p.m. That's the window of opportunity for snow. If you don't have snow by 8 o'clock tonight, well, there's a good chance you're not going to get it, but we believe you're going to see it. If you're in Bell County, Middlesboro, about say anywhere from midday to about, say, 8 o'clock tonight. So there will be some opportunities for that. But let me come back over here, slide my graphic over here. What we've been looking at today has been this element that has been the impact. The winter impact may be most substantially or most significant in places like Leslie County, places like Perry County, even southern Clay County, as well as Knott County. So you're looking at this area in the higher terrain where those totals may be significantly higher. And as you mentioned just a moment ago, the bottom line is that this snow may be particularly heavy, where you might see 3 to 6. Some may find even some 8-inch amounts, especially in that red area from this particular map. But you can see from this, bottom line is that most of the snow that we've been seeing to the far west is just like the canary in the coal mine. Many of us are going to find the snow heavy at times. The road conditions will invariably get worse as the day wears on. And then, of course, it's just bitterly cold on Friday. When you're talking about sub-zero wind chills, that's going to be an abrupt change to where we've been. And that's really the essence that we're going to feel here in central and eastern southern Kentucky. This is really what we're going to be watching. But that's, I'd say, probably the biggest problem tomorrow is that this isn't going to go away. It's not going to disappear maybe as rapidly as some would hope. But let's get back to you.
David, thank you. And I just want to say, Justin and David, I appreciate all your hard work on tracking the snow and keeping us prepared and up to date with the weather. Thank you again. Now, as we were saying, we're tracking the possibility of severe weather. That's snow conditions today. And in the Commonwealth, we're expecting snow, as we've been saying all morning. And we've been keeping you up to date on what to expect when you're out and about.
Nicole Hutchinson, like many of us, had to drive into work today, and we're going to check in with her. She's live now outside. And Nicole, what was it like as you tried to make your way into work today?
Now, no flurries just yet. I wish we could see some snow, but I did get a chance to come here to one of the salt barns here in Nicholasville just to see where the trucks will be getting their salt from. Now, I also got a chance to speak with Rob, and he said that they will be pre-treating neighborhood roads this morning to avoid rush hour traffic around lunchtime. They will switch to main routes and work the priorities from there. Now, Governor and the Kentucky State Police have been working and preparing for this weather all week long, so we will get a chance to see what they have put together as far as the snow plan. But they did leave out and release some tips. That's bring your phone chargers, make sure you have warm blankets in your cars, jumper cables, all the necessities just to make sure you are able to stay warm in this winter weather. But for more information, visit our website, fox56.com. We will have you updated on all of those necessities. But for now, reporting here in Nicholasville, I'm Nicole Hutchison, Fox 56 News.
On the heels of those recommendations from Nicole Hutchison, we offer this story. Kentucky State Police reminding drivers to be prepared for the coming winter storm. KSP issuing a list of things people should have before the weather sets in. They say drivers should have a cell phone charger, blankets, first aid kit, jumper cables, wind scraper, collapsible shovel, and a flashlight with batteries. A lot of items, but all very important. They also recommend Kentuckians check the state's transportation online traffic and weather portal website before traveling. The First Lady has postponed her visit to Bowling Green today because of the severe weather forecasts. Dr. Jill Biden was supposed to meet with Governor Andy Beshear and First Lady Beshear to survey the tornado damage across Bowling Green. This trip has not been rescheduled yet.
Last night, we told you new information from the Nicholasville police regarding a murder suspect they say is on the run. Murder warrants were obtained for 54-year-old Kenneth Strange after police were called to a home on Lauren Drive yesterday. Their police say they found a woman dead and she's a victim of a gunshot. They also say Strange may be driving a black 2019 Jeep Renegade. He's also considered armed and dangerous. Police add he may be with a woman named Shirley Shoemaker. And coming up, our coverage of Kentucky will, of course, continue.
We'll detail Governor Beshear's plan for the state following his State of the Commonwealth address last night. Also, ER overload. Kentucky seeing another record day of positive COVID cases. Its impact on hospital emergency rooms.
And our Justin Logan continues to track the snow situation in our weather center. He'll rejoin us shortly with David.
Fox 56 News Nonstop is sponsored by Surplus Sales, providing flooring, tile, and countertops for over 20 years. Surplus Sales has the expertise and experience to help you with your home remodeling projects. Stromat and Associates, specializing in Social Security disability. Call us before you file. Sparks Financial Group, a retirement income store. Investing income the old-fashioned way.
Now, wake up to a morning newscast that stays local from 5 to 9.
And instead of national news, come home to local at 6:30.
Because Kentucky is our home.
And Fox 56 is your news.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the CEO of MyPillow. Cancel culture has not only affected myself and MyPillow, but millions of you out there. My employees and I want to personally thank each and every one of you for all of your support. At MyPillow, we not only have pillows, but we have hundreds of products, including my new slippers, bathrobes, sleepwear, and my new beds. We're offering the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. For example, we have this exclusive offer on the standard size MyPillows, regularly $69.98, now only $19.98 with your promo code. We also have the queen size MyPillows, regularly $79.98, now only $24.98 with your promo code. And we have the king size, regularly $89.98, now only $29.98 with your promo code. So go to MyPillow.com now and use the promo code on your screen or call the 1-800 number below to receive this exclusive offer.
Holiday bills piling up? Tired of those high-interest credit cards? Consolidate bills with a Heritage loan from Members Heritage Credit Union. With fixed payments up to 48 months, apply this month to get entered to win $250. Members Heritage Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
Right now at Rally's, get 2 cheesy bacon cheddar crisps for just $4. That's $4 for twice the beef, twice the cheddar, and twice the bacon. Your wallet and your taste buds called. They want 2 bacon cheddar crisps for $4. Get Rally's delivered through our rewards app.
What is an overpass? Come on. Question, is that an S or a 5?
I think it's a 5.
I thought so. Frustration loading.
Nobody wants more robot tests, but we could all use more ways to save.
Latte for Rob Ott or Rob Ott.
Error human.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
For richer or poorer, money has always gotten in the way of relationships. For love.
You accept spring.
Joe Millionaire for richer or poorer. All new tonight on Fox.
Good Thursday morning, everybody. We're waiting for the snow to come in. It's working its way in now into western Kentucky. Definitely snowing down here in Tennessee. The blue that you see out looks like on radar that it is snowing here in Lexington down to near Somerset and London. Not reaching the ground yet. Air is dry. It's going to take a few more hours for the column of the atmosphere to moisten up before the snow does reach the surface. So your weather impacts this morning, other than it being cloudy and just really cold, the low impact on your drive because the roads are dry. Lunch, that's a different story. Weather going to be creating a high impact to your travel, lunchtime, and on the ride home for sure as the snow continues to fall.
Covering Kentucky continues. Lexington Mayor Linda Gordon makes it official she's running for a second term. In August, she announced her plans to run for re-election. She cited her calm, steady leadership through the historic challenges that slowed economic activity throughout the city. She says her administration has brought hundreds of new jobs to Lexington, including a new Amazon facility. So far, she has two challengers, Councilman David Kloiber and former local NAACP Chairman Adrian Wallace. And Governor Beshear is praising Kentucky's economic growth in his third State of the Commonwealth address last night. Job growth and high wages were among the governor's talking points, including the list of major companies expanding operations in Kentucky. The governor announced he's working with lawmakers on a $200 million aid bill for Western Kentucky tornado victims and teased budget priorities that he hopes will grow the state even further.
Folks, our time is here. Kentucky is no longer a flyover state. We are the destination.
Over 90,000 unfilled jobs in Kentucky. There are huge holes in our economy that have got to be addressed before we truly have an economy that's clicking along on all cylinders.
Republicans offered a less rosy view of the Commonwealth's economy. They say they hope to have a more open dialogue with the governor.
The COVID-19 update is grim, unfortunately. The state hitting a grave milestone, a record number of new COVID cases since the start of the pandemic. Governor Beshear reporting that there have been more than 9,800 new cases of the coronavirus. That's the highest amount of cases we've seen since the start of the pandemic. Just over 2,000 of those cases involve children under 18 years of age.
The spike in COVID-19 cases is slamming hospitals, which are forced to see patients in hallways and chairs when beds aren't available.
Fox 56 reporter Georgia MacArthur has more with our chief medical contributor, Dr. Ryan Stanton, on what emergency rooms are looking like.
New guidelines are now being used in hospitals across the Bluegrass to try to see as many patients as possible. When hospitals run out of beds or when staffing is low, tough decisions must be made on which patients get to be the first in line for care.
Have admitted patients throughout the department, patients being evaluated in hallways and in chairs and in triage. This is not the ideal situation, but it's unfortunately how it has to be right now with the COVID pandemic.
Fox 56 News chief medical contributor Dr. Ryan Stanton says if you have a condition that can be managed by your doctor or walk-in clinic to do so, and to avoid filling up the ER waiting areas.
So the combination of the increased volumes, increases of 25 to 30%, and the staff shortages right now have put the healthcare system, especially the front end of the healthcare system, at a critical point.
Hospitals are now seeing the largest volume of non-COVID emergency-related incidents. Dr. Stanton describes it as ERs are bursting at the seams.
We're seeing a lot of flu, RSV, human metapneumovirus, adenovirus, enterovirus, and the standard things that happen all throughout the year, and especially during the winter.
But
thankfully, we're not seeing the huge spike in ICU admissions and deaths associated with Omicron. But by no means does that mean we're seeing decreased volumes within the hospital and within our emergency departments.
In Lexington, Georgia MacArthur, Fox 56 News.
We've been tracking the weather all morning. That snow. Justin Logan working hard in the Weather Center. Your forecast coming up next.
Happy Baby here at Surplus Sales. We have flooring that's 100% waterproof. That's right, waterproof. In stock and ready to take home today. Now that will make you happy, like me. Surplus Sales in Corbin, Kentucky.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. 40% of Americans don't have $400 saved in case of an emergency. People are working harder and harder, but falling further and further behind. That's why at our firm, our fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case. When you're injured in an accident or hurt on the job, choosing a lawyer will be the most important decision you'll have to make. For the people isn't just a slogan. It's what we do. It's who we are. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Friday means basketball in the Bluegrass and High School Sports Extra on Fox 56. Vote for your play of the week and see the winner tonight on Fox 56 News at 10. Sponsored by Family Wealth Group.
Never lie
to a judge when you're in court. It's a no-no.
There's only one Judge Judy. Weekdays at 5 on Fox 56.
Watch me pirouette with style and grace. We roam, discover, explore.
I feel pretty. I must be a star. They helped me come a long way. I'll show you how far. Watch me.
For 100 years, we've watched in awe as our commitment to transformative care continues to bring positive change to kids everywhere. Today, our brand is evolving too. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Right now at Rally's, you can get 2 cheesy bacon cheddar crisps for just $4. So if you think saving money means sacrificing things like twice the seasoned beef, twice the melty cheddar, twice the diced onions, and twice the real bacon, then you don't know Rally's. It's a deal we can't keep. Flavor-filled bacon cheddar crisps for just $4. Delivered through our rewards app.
Happy Baby here at Surplus Sales. We have kitchen and bath cabinets in stock and ready to take home today. And they're all wood. Now that would make anybody happy, like me. Surplus Sales Flooring in Corbin, Kentucky.
Now, your forecast from Fox 56 News, the weather authority.
Good morning, everybody. I'm sure you heard by now. Yeah, some snow on the way. It's in the forecast, but it's not snowing here yet. We weren't expecting it to snow yet. We were saying 10, 11 o'clock at the earliest, but by lunch, we're for sure going to have snow around here. Yeah, the radar, it's detecting some snow. It's finding it fall from the clouds. It's just running into some dry air and it's evaporating before it gets to the ground. Where is it snowing in the state? Well, I've seen reports out of Paducah, Henderson, and Owensboro. So that's still west, way to the west of I-65. So we've got a few more hours to go. That's why we're saying the closer we get to lunch, we're going to start seeing some snow, and potentially as soon as 10 or 11 west of I-75. So a lot of blue starting to show up here in the bluegrass. What that's likely going to eventually do, it's going to allow the atmosphere to kind of moisten up and eventually lead for that snow to get all the way through the cloud or the column and down here at the surface where we live. What you're noticing when you do go out, a couple of things. It's cold, it's dry, it's cloudy, and that wind is making our temperatures feel more like it's in the teens. Jackets going to be needed if you have to be out. Let's look at those snow chances. By 9 o'clock, I'll keep it at 20%. As we go to 10, up to 40, 70 at 11, 100% chance of snow from 12 all the way to 3. Now, again, these hourly chances more specific for Lexington and the bluegrass, eastern Kentucky, it's going to linger a little bit longer. But as we go late, we'll see those chances gradually start decreasing. Let's look at it on Futurecast from a kind of a graphical standpoint so you can see it clearer for the whole coverage area. 9, yeah. Still some snow. I still expect that to be mainly west of I-65. So that's outside of Fox Country. We go to lunch, and that's when I expect many of us, if not all of us, to be dealing with our first bout of some snow. Maybe a little bit before that, all right? And then we keep getting the snow, waves of it into the afternoon. And then by late evening, it starts tapering off. Last spots to see it are obviously going to be here in the foothills, in the highest elevations of eastern Kentucky. If we're able to clear out, if we can get some clearing in terms of the clouds breaking up with snow on the ground tonight, that could set the stage for single-digit temperatures by morning. Snowfall potential map, all right? A lot to kind of take in here, all right? And I'm sure all of your eyes at home are going to the highest numbers on the map, on the ends here. There's a range on these for a reason. 4 to 8 from Campbellsville all the way to Pikeville and points south. Lexington and really surrounding areas, especially south, Nicholasville, Versailles, back over to Harrodsburg, Winchester, Mount Sterling, and even getting up to Paris will give it a range of 3 to 6. You get your way from Frankfort all the way to Georgetown and Cynthiana, and then really north of Flemingsburg, we'll say Maysville. We'll say also over into Mount Olivet. You're going to be looking at up to 2, or really 2 to 4, I should say. North of there is up to 2. Future wind chills. Now, this is also something to keep in mind. Dangerous. We get to teens tonight, but by morning, if you're out and your skin is exposed to the wind, we could see sub-zero wind chills, as low as 10 below zero is how cold it could feel. So we are watching some really cold air move in on the backside of this system. Here to join us now to talk more, obviously, about some of the impacts and the timing of that and some of the snow ranges is meteorologist David Aldrich. David?
Thanks a lot, Justin. You're exactly right. People take that highest number and they put that in their pocket. If they hear 3 to 6, they only heard 6. Or if they heard 4 to 8, I only heard 8. Yes, there's going to be a range because even if it were rain, which it won't be in this case, but even if it were rain, very rarely do we get rainfall that's equally distributed. Some get a little burst of rain and some communities miss out. It's going to be one of the situations there's going to be some big changes. But let me go back to what you were talking about. And we want you to see your pictures, by the way. Snow pictures. There's easy ways to connect with us here at Fox 56. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We want to hear from you. But as you mentioned just a second, we're going to talk about snowfall. But let me bring over the bottom line, because bringing in this into perspective, bringing this into view, we're talking about heavy snow at times. That's the key. If you're not prepared, if you don't have an emergency kit in your car, please consider that because of all the untreated roads that there will be. Bridges and overpasses will get icy with those dangerous wind chills. So we want you to be prepared. There's going to be a lot of changes, but the key here is heavy snow at times. Won't be the entire time as we're waiting for it to unfold this morning. But it will be in full swing by lunchtime and for the drive home. And then the bitterly cold air for Friday will be especially hard to take, given the fact you're talking sub-zero wind chills. So there's a lot of change here, but we can slide this out of the picture, move this back, and again, talk about the counties that are likely to see the highest totals. Justin just mentioned it. It's the red areas around Perry and Knott County. Also wanted to say maybe Leslie and Southern Clay County, the red areas. That's a level 4. Think about this if this were storms. A level 4 would be like a moderate risk for tornadoes. That's not the case. This is like a moderate risk for some debilitating snow. So please be extra careful if you're in these areas. That's just north of Harlan County especially, but Perry County around Hazard have some potentially most of the snow headed your way. Just a reminder again, naturally there's some excitement about the first snow, but the fact that we're going to have the coldest air of the season coming in tomorrow, we want you to be prepared. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, great job, and Justin as well. UK star wide receiver Wandel Robinson announcing his intentions to jump to the NFL on social media last night.
Up next, another Cats football star also leaving the den. More details on Fox 56 News at 8 when it continues. Don't go far.
Friday means basketball in the Bluegrass and High School Sports Extra on Fox 56. Vote for your play of the week and see the winner tonight on Fox 56 News at 10. Sponsored by Family Wealth Group.
If your shower or bath is in desperate need of replacement, you're going to want to stay tuned because today we're going to show you how West Shore Home can solve all of your shower or bath problems with their one-day installation.
That's right, Joe. So let's head out and take a look at what we're working on today. So this is common for a lot of the households that we come out to. It's the fiberglass shower and tub unit with a lot of exposed space up there at the top. You can see where that paint is peeling. That's because when the water hits it or the condensation builds up, that's when we start seeing those kinds of problems.
Yeah, this space definitely needs some help. So how's West Shore going to fix this?
So we'll be installing a brand new beautiful walk-in shower, complete with shower doors, new fixtures, and accessories. And the best part is, we're going to take these walls all the way up to the ceiling. So this homeowner is never going to have to deal with something like this again.
Sounds like a plan. Can't wait to see it. Okay, so the old unit is out, the space is cleaned and ready for a brand new West Shore Home walk-in shower. We'll check back in a bit. Wow, this space is amazing. Check it out. They have new sleek shower doors. They have brand new chrome accessories and fixtures. This low step in and out of the shower. I love this. And the walls now go all the way to the ceiling, as Kirsten said, which means they will never have water damage again. In just 8 hours, they transform this space from this to this. Folks, if your shower or bath space is in need of an upgrade, call the experts at West Shore Home. They can completely transform your shower or bath, and they can do it in just one day. Call the number on your screen now, and when you do, take advantage of this great offer. Take 50% off the cost of installation on all shower and bath projects, plus for a limited time, get 24 months of no payments and no interest financing. Call West Shore Home now.
You never forget your first computer virus.
Wasn't bad enough. I had to wait. I also had to listen to rock and roll. The next Young Sheldon.
Tonight at 7.
Back now with sports, the Kentucky football program suffering not one, but two big blows. Earlier, we told you about star wide receiver Wandel Robinson's decision to jump to the NFL, and he's not alone. Fox 56 sports director Mitch Brown has the details in Morning Sports.
Good Thursday morning. It's Mitch Brown here with your early look at sports. It's been quiet on the football front since the Citrus Bowl comeback was completed by Kentucky, but it'll be a busy couple of weeks as star players from that 10-win team decide whether to stay, go to the NFL draft, or pursue playing time at another school. We are talking options this morning, but the decision is clear for the big bully on the defensive line. Marquand Bully Ball McCall announced he's declaring for the 2022 NFL Draft on Wednesday on his social media. This guy is a Wildcat through and through, part of that historic 2018 class that Mark Stoops signed, and every year he's gotten better. This year, though, he was a preseason All-SEC player, and while he's not a box score legend, his impact felt on the field, and no one, as you can see, more turned than him on the sidelines. Football news at Georgetown College yesterday as well. The paperwork signed and sealed for Chris Oliver. He's officially the Tigers' new bench boss. He'll take over for legendary coach Bill Cronin, who retired after 25 seasons. Now, the last 3 years at Lindsey Wilson College, Oliver led the Blue Raiders to a 35-2 record, winning the 2020 national title. So you may ask, why leave a good situation? Oliver says this opportunity and the benefits from it come once in a lifetime.
For the past 13 years, I've been in a town of 5,000 people, great town, great people, but there's a lot of challenges there. We were a 2-hour drive from any major metropolitan area. So the recruiting challenges that we overcame there, there's some advantages here at Georgetown that are unique from that standpoint of location. That's very exciting.
That's going to do it for your morning sports. I am Mitch Brown. Folks, have a tremendous Thursday.
We will try, but who knows what the weather is going to bring. All right, when we come back, COVID testing requirements in the United Kingdom loosening.
And how the pandemic is impacting upcoming Hollywood awards show. We're taking a trip around the world in 56. And Justin Logan, he's been entrenched in the weather center since we came on the air at 5 a.m. Snow in the forecast, how much, and when we can expect it in the bluegrass next.
Need a reason to get up? Try a sausage McMuffin with egg or a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Buy one, get one free. Only on the app. Breakfast. It's on.
How's it working out with Benny here at the credit union?
Yeah. I'll be right with you, man. My bad.
Benny's better at football. We're better at banking.
He's working out, in a sense.
UK Federal Credit Union. It's banking, only better.
At CareSource, we get you. We get that you're working hard, but you still need to buy your own health insurance.
I got you.
We get that you want big benefits for a small budget.
I got you.
That's why we've made our Marketplace health plan so easy to afford. In fact, 4 out of 5 Marketplace customers
I got you.
can get a plan for under $10 per month with financial help. Get great benefits, get a great rate, and know that we'll always have your back. CareSource, we got you.
Quality pre-owned vehicles are hard to come by, so make the short drive to Auto Connection in Junction City. Auto Connection is a Carfax authorized dealer now featuring a state-of-the-art service center. No one can beat our selection, pricing, or financing options. Just south of Danville, visit Auto Connection in Junction City.
Scan the QR code on your screen to download the Fox 56 News app. Sponsored by the Don Franklin family of dealerships.
Let me pay back to the cook.
I want to pay. Did you do Mrs. Meyer's assignment yet?
$1 any size soft drinks are always $1. Only on the McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu.
The Big Bang Theory presents Flash of the Bright Ones. First match, Sheldon versus Howard.
It did not kill me when you went to space. Monkeys went to space.
Second match, Penny versus Leonard.
Isn't that checkmate and I win?
I think this is a good stopping point.
Final match, Sheldon versus Penny. And the winner is Laughter. The Big Bang Theory, 5 nights a week.
Weeknights at 7:30 on Fox 56. Dr. Phil, today at 4.
Coming up next on Fox 56 News, we're keeping a close eye on the radar here. Not snow on the ground yet. Not reaching the ground yet. When will it get here? We'll talk about it.
From teachers sitting out to a big change for the Golden Globe Awards. We'll go around the world in 56.
Live from Lexington, our home, your news. This is Fox 56 News at 8:30.
Hi, everybody. Paul Jones, and it has been a busy Thursday morning on many fronts.
Very busy. I'm Krista Spadaccini in for Mandy Noel, and we're here on the home stretch of Fox 56 News.
Snow, the big four-letter word this morning. The white stuff is headed toward the bluegrass country. And Justin Logan, you have been tracking the latest developments. I know you've been busy all morning long in the Weather Center because you are the weather authority.
Well, I'll tell you what, I bet you those grocery stores, I bet that'd probably be the last place you want to be right now because the roads are still all clear. All clear. Maybe a flurry flying here or there. Our air is still going to take a while to moisten up to the point that we finally see some snow. Where is it snowing? Well, let me go back to the radar view, and I'll give you a quick little radar tour across the state. Here's a little storm tracking. You see the blue from Versailles, Lawrenceburg, Harrodsburg, Lexington, northern parts of, again, Richmond. Yeah, maybe a flurry. That's it. All right. But you go to the west. We've had snow reports now in Owensboro, Henderson, Kentucky, Evansville, back over to Paducah, and into southwestern Kentucky. That is where the atmosphere has had a chance to moisten up from top to bottom. Because our atmosphere, when we look at weather, we look at it three-dimensionally. It's not just what's happening down here where we live. It's what's happening up in the atmosphere above our heads as to what we get on the ground. So the snow is coming. Let's look at it. When will it get here? The day planner. We'll start at 9 o'clock. A few flurries, yeah, going to be possible. That's it. We go to 10, a few snow showers. Those would start developing west of Lexington, west of 75, likely closer to Louisville then. We get to 11, snow starts increasing. Snow likely for many of us at noon, and at 1 o'clock, snow for sure for just about the entire area. Temperatures not going to budge much. Southeast Kentucky, it's cold this morning. You're about 30. You fall through the 20s during the day, along with the rest of us. So make sure you have your layers ready to go before you head out the door this morning. It's going to be a cold one. All right, now we're going to get more details on this storm system as it's heading our way and its potential impacts for meteorologist David Aldridge. David?
Hey, thanks a lot, Justin. You know, I think there's probably three camps here. Probably three camps. You think, number one, it's not enough. I wanted more. It's too much. I didn't want any. And the third one, I'll believe it when I see it. Maybe that's where you are. Perhaps that's where some of you are, because that's where we tend to be. This is actually the snow potential you just talked about. And I looked at Bluegrass Airport. Right now it's 22 degrees, feels like 14. But when you have 4 to 8 on the totals, the 8 inches is probably what you're gravitating to. But understand that's a range, kind of like an upright in a football game. You got to get the football in between. So some of you might get 4, some of you might get 5 in this pink area. That's mainly southeast Kentucky into eastern Kentucky. But if you're talking 3 to 6, somebody might say, well, I only got 3. Well, that fits the 3 to 6 range because even in terms of rainfall, we rarely get an equal amount everywhere across Kentucky. It just rarely happens. So the snowfall is no different. It's going to be vastly different. But let me change this down and move this back over, slide this back over, and talk about the weather impact. You can see the colors. The green means low. So the impact this morning, if you had to go to the grocery store, the pharmacy, or to work, you should probably be okay. Even though there might be some sightings, it's really probably midday that things start to get into higher gear. And that's why lunchtime, 25 degrees, riding home, it's also pretty slippery, especially on untreated roads. So be extra careful. A big shout out to you, Justin, and Paul and Krista. Back to you.
And a big shout out to you, David, as well. Loving the team weather coverage here at Fox 56 News this morning. All right, teachers going on strike.
And new COVID-19 testing requirements across the pond. That and much more as we go around the world in 56. First, health authorities in the United Kingdom easing the coronavirus testing requirements. It's a move that could help staffing shortages, especially in hospitals. This comes after Prime Minister Boris Johnson expressed his confidence about his country's chances of riding out the Omicron surge.
In a display of unity, the Biden administration and its European allies are beginning a series of meetings aimed at showing Russia that an invasion of Ukraine by them would be met with force. The U.S. has been sending warnings to Vladimir Putin that invading Ukraine would be taken very seriously by the rest of the world.
Chicago's public school teachers union defends its decision to switch back to remote learning as coronavirus cases spike. Teachers refused to show up for work Wednesday after voting to return to virtual learning, citing a surge in COVID-19 cases and a lack of testing and safety protocols.
And the Golden Globes are coming up, but don't expect a lot of glitz and glamour this year. The awards ceremony won't feature a live audience, celebrity appearances, press, or a red carpet. The limited number of people who will be in attendance will be masked, socially distanced, and required to have a COVID vaccination and booster shot. That's your trip around the world in 56.
Federal investigators continue to track down and prosecute participants of the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, which occurred 1 year ago today.
As Marvin Scott reports, Attorney General Merrick Garland vows to hold anyone who was responsible accountable.
As election fraud conspiracy stories persist among domestic extremists, the FBI, Homeland Security, and Capitol Police are bracing for any potential threat.
There's no intelligence that indicates that that there would be any problems.
Capitol Police Chief Tom Manger says changes have been put in place to make America's bedrock of democracy more secure.
I'm confident that the U.S. Capitol Police Department has made significant progress addressing the deficiencies that impacted the department's response on January 6th.
A year later, the biggest challenge facing Capitol Police is keeping up with the number of threats against lawmakers. 9,600 the past year alone, the highest number ever in that period of time. Attorney General Merrick Garland says the FBI has arrested and charged more than 725 people for their roles in the insurrection.
The actions we have taken thus far will not be our last.
Nearly half of those arrested are charged with felonies. 20 already have pleaded guilty. FBI agents continue to comb images of the riot to track down others who took part.
The Justice Department remains committed to holding all January 6 perpetrators at any level accountable under law.
While many Republican lawmakers still believe Donald Trump won the election, others don't stand behind them and support the ongoing investigations.
Everyone who took part in that attack should be prosecuted based on their actions and plans.
Congressional investigations continue into the root causes of the insurrection. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer feels what happened that day has wider implications.
January 6th was a symptom of a much broader illness that has now infected the modern Republican Party, an effort to delegitimize our elections rooted in Donald Trump's big lie.
The Big Bang Theory presents Flash of the Bright One. First match, Sheldon versus Howard.
It did not kill me when you went to space. Monkeys went to space.
Final match, Sheldon versus Penny. And the winner is Laughter, The Big Bang Theory.
Weeknights at 7:30.
If you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions and tell you what your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Gina, along with spokesman Rob. So, Rob, tell the folks at home who should call right now.
Just like you said, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, give us a call right now. We're going to answer all of your questions, and we'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. You heard it, folks at home. Pick up the phone. Call now.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the CEO of MyPillow. Cancel culture has not only affected myself and MyPillow, but millions of you out there. My employees and I want to personally thank each and every one of you for all of your support. At MyPillow, we not only have pillows, but we have hundreds of products, including my new slippers, bathrobes, sleepwear, and my new beds. We're offering the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. For example, we have this exclusive offer on the standard size MyPillows, regularly $69.98, now only $19.98 with your promo code. We also have the queen size MyPillows, regularly $79.98, now only $24.98 with your promo code. And we have the king size, regularly $89.98, now only $29.98 with your promo code. So go to MyPillow.com now and use the promo code on your screen or call the 1-800 number below to receive this exclusive offer.
Hi, folks, we're back, and we're here to remind you if you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to tell you how much money you can get for your accident and how quickly. Hello, I'm Gina, along with spokesperson Rob. Rob, tell the folks at home who should call right now.
Just like you said, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, give us a call right now, and we'll let you know how much money you can get for your accident.
Thanks, Rob. Call now.
For richer or poorer,
Money has always gotten in the way of relationships.
for love,
You accept this ring.
Joe Millionaire. For richer or poorer, all new tonight on Fox.
Good morning, everybody. Time now, 8:44. Radar is showing some light blue on the radar. That would be snow, but it's not making it to the ground here yet. If it is, it's flurries. That's it. Nothing substantial, but where it is snowing, it's back across western Kentucky. Evansville, Henderson, Kentucky, Owensboro reporting light snow. That was back at the 8 o'clock update. We'll get another update coming up at the top of the hour. Southern Kentucky still waiting to get some reports out of Bowling Green, but eventually this snow will fill in and head our direction as we go a little bit later on in the day. Quickly, though, if you're heading outside, look at these temperatures. It is plenty cold. It's running in the 20s and some low 30s points south. Temperatures actually going to drop through the afternoon.
All right, Justin, thanks so much. Each week, Fox 56 evening anchor Marvin Bartlett goes in search of the spirit of the bluegrass. It was a strange year as we continued to deal with COVID, but there was plenty of spirit to be found. Head to fox56news.com to see a recap of Marvin's favorite stories of 2021, and we promise more great storytelling from him in the coming year.
In other news, a man believed to be the oldest U.S. veteran of World War II has unfortunately passed away. Lawrence Brooks was 112 years old. Brooks was 31 when he was drafted into the Army in 1940. His daughter says he had recently been back and forth between a VA hospital and his home in New Orleans, but he was alert and able to enjoy the holidays. And all morning long, we have been tracking the possibility of that white layer of snow here in the bluegrass. It's a big story for today.
We will continue to track it. Our weather coverage, Justin Logan, David Aldrich, been busy all morning. Stick with us. We'll tell you how the white stuff will impact your morning commute.
Shower or bath is in desperate need of replacement, you're going to want to stay tuned because today we're going to show you how West Shore Home can solve all of your shower or bath problems with their one-day installation.
That's right, Joe. So let's head out and take a look at what we're working on today. So this is common for a lot of the households that we come out to. It's the fiberglass shower and tub unit with a lot of exposed space up there at the top. You can see where that paint is peeling. That's because when the water hits it or the condensation builds up, that's when we start seeing those kinds of problems.
Yeah, this space definitely needs some help. So how's West Shore going to fix this?
So we'll be installing a brand new beautiful walk-in shower, complete with shower doors, new fixtures, and accessories. And the best part is, we're going to take these walls all the way up to the ceiling. So this homeowner is never going to have to deal with something like this again.
Sounds like a plan. Can't wait to see it. Okay, so the old unit is out, the space is cleaned and ready for a brand new West Shore Home walk-in shower. We'll check back in a bit. Wow, this space is amazing. Check it out. They have new sleek shower doors. They have brand new chrome accessories and fixtures. This low step in and out of the shower, I love this. And the walls now go all the way to the ceiling, as Kirsten said, which means they will never have water damage again. In just 8 hours, they transform this space from this to this. Folks, if your shower or bath space is in need of an upgrade, call the experts at West Shore Home. They can completely transform your shower or bath, and they can do it in just one day. Call the number on your screen now, and when you do, take advantage of this great offer. Take 50% off the cost of installation on all shower and bath projects, plus for a limited time, get 24 months of no payments and no interest financing. Call West Shore Home now.
Many times when people are injured at a place of business, they don't realize they may have a case. The fact is, injuries should not happen. And most of the time when someone is injured, someone is at fault. Maybe the store manager installed a cheap, slippery floor, or there wasn't proper security. After an injury at a hotel, restaurant, store, or any place of business, it's so important to call us. Time matters, size matters. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Now, your forecast from Fox 56 News, the weather authority.
Poor Justin Logan. I see him going to his weather computer and then back to the wall. I mean, he's had no time to breathe this morning, but obviously it's a huge story with snow on the way. And we just appreciate the hustle, Justin, and all the great information you and David Aldrich have been giving us.
Thanks. Thank you. We truly appreciate that. These are the days that obviously we were here for our viewers. We want you to know about what you can expect as we go through the day. So far, so good out there this morning in terms of no snow yet. It's going to take it a little while longer before it finally makes it down to the ground. Yeah, radar is finding that it's snowing, but the radar beam is shooting above the ground. So it's coming out of the clouds, but it's drying up or evaporating really as it runs into some drier air. When will we start seeing some snow? A few more hours. It's snowing as close by as at least the last report I got back over near Hopkinsville, back into Owensboro, Henderson, Paducah. So really, western half of the state, west of I-65. So the computer model is saying, all right, I think it's going to start snowing about 9:30. Not going to happen. Not here. It'll be still to the west. We may see some flurries. We advance, though, 10, 11 o'clock, and really by lunch, that's when our snow chances increase. That sticks with us into the afternoon today. 3, 4 o'clock, if you're heading home from work by that point, many of the roadways, especially across southern and southeastern Kentucky, are going to be snow covered for sure, but travel's going to be really hard to kind of do or maneuver around with the snow that's on the roads. We go into the overnight and finally the snow moves on out. If we break up the clouds like that model is saying, we could see single digits for air temperatures, not the wind chill, air temperatures by morning. So some really cold air. Let's talk potential snowfall amounts. The greatest area, the highest amounts are going to fall across southern and southeastern Kentucky. That's been the area we've highlighted for many days now. 4 to 8 inches down here from Liberty over to McKee, London. You can see your communities here. You're looking at a range from 4 to 8. 3 to 6 range possible anywhere from near Danville up to Harrodsburg, Lexington, Mount Sterling, Nicholasville. North of Richmond there, you get over into mentioned Winchester, Moorhead. Just to the north of that, you get from Frankfort, Georgetown, Cynthiana. You're falling in more into a 2 to 4 inch range. Further north than that, outside of Fox Country, it goes anywhere from light dusting up to potentially 2 inches. You see the sharp cutoff, the drop in the numbers north of Lexington? It's going to happen. It's going to be a razor-thin margin there north of I-64. It'll drop off quickly. Something else to keep in mind is how cold it's going to feel by the time we get into tomorrow morning. Sub-zero wind chills. It could get as low as 10 below zero. That's what it could feel like to the exposed skin by tomorrow morning. 7-day. Does it get any warmer? Not tomorrow afternoon. We'll struggle to get above 20 for a high. 40s, though, by Saturday and Sunday with maybe some rain on Sunday. So that's snow sticking around. And here's another update on the impacts from this system with meteorologist David Aldrich.
Thanks a lot, Justin. There are many parents that are dreading this situation because they have to get to work, they have to get to school, but there are kids, many kids out there that are thrilled. So it's two sides to the coin. But I do want to show you, we have ways that you can communicate with us. It's real simple. We have multiple ways you can connect with us at Fox 56 News. We're on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. And of course, Chief Meteorologist Chris Johnson, of course, Meteorologist Justin Logan, and myself. We all have pages we'd love to see and love to tweet out what you're seeing and maybe having fun in the snow. But on the other side, keep in mind some of the untreated roads can be dangerous. Some of the bridges and overpasses can be really problematic. So we want to make sure you're aware as we look at the winter impacts. When this comes out, when you see a level 4 and also an orange, which is level 3, that's a major and extreme impact, which means it may take days to get back to normal because we're going to have such icy weather after this snow. We want you to be extra careful. That's the key. And of course, this snowfall ranges can vary quite a bit. As you know, north of I-70, it's kind of like at some point, precipitation has to end. And at some points, maybe as Justin just mentioned, north of I-64, you're going to find some cases where it just drops off and you didn't get that much. But really, the areas down to the south and east will have to be extra careful. You were watching Fox 56 News. More from Paul, Krista, and Justin after the break.
Friday means basketball in the Bluegrass and High School Sports Extra on Fox 56. Vote for your play of the week and see the winner tonight on Fox 56 News at 10. Sponsored by Family Wealth Group. Fox 56, the Weather Authority, is sponsored by Fayette Heating and Air, committed to providing safe, professional, and courteous service to every customer every time. Fayette Heating and Air is your one-stop solution for your HVAC and plumbing needs. Scan the QR code on your screen to download the Fox 56 News app, sponsored by the Don Franklin family of dealerships.
Enjoy a taste of Honduras at Mami Manchitas, Frankfurt's very own Honduran restaurant serving authentic Central American cuisine. Eat, share, and love. That's our motto. With family recipes spanning generations, you'll be sure to enjoy a delicious mix of flavors featuring specialty dishes along with seafood, steak, chicken, soups, and salads. Relax on our patio with a drink during happy hour and enjoy live entertainment on the weekends. Come on down to Mami Manchitas for a taste of Honduras in Frankfurt, located at 610 Ridgeview Drive.
Rachel, next at 9 on Fox 56. There's no one else.
I don't believe that. I don't care what you believe.
Nowhere.
Stick to one woman. Ouch.
There's no doubt. There's only one Judge Judy.
Never lie to a judge when you're in court. It's a no-no.
Judge Judy.
Whoa. I'm getting you to smile.
Oh, yeah. Judge Judy, weekdays at 5 on Fox 56.
Meet Sheldon Cooper.
I'm clean, I'm well-behaved, and if you don't have a lot of room, I can fit in really tight spaces.
You having a hard time adjusting to high school?
I'm having a hard time adjusting to Earth.
Sometimes being a boy genius. Smarts.
My training wheels broke.
Training wheels?
I have training wheels like a child. I also have a job like an adult. I'm a very complicated person.
Young Sheldon.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 56.
Can you believe it? They finally fixed the elevator.
Next, Big Bang. Tonight at 7:30.
All right, we're going to wrap up today's show with a little back and forth with meteorologist Justin Logan in the Weather Center.
Yes, and all that snow, how to be prepared, what to expect. Start us off, Justin.
Okay, so here's the key. This morning, at least the next couple of hours, we're mainly going to be dry. So it's going to take, as we get closer to lunch, before we finally start seeing some of that snow. I want to show you radar right now. You may look at this, you may pull up your weather app on your phone and say, all right, well, supposed to be snowing. What's happening is the radar is seeing snow. It is falling from the clouds, but it's not getting to the ground yet. Why does that happen? Well, because there is a layer of drier air closer to the ground, and as that snow works into it, it basically just eats it up. It evaporates. It's going to be another few hours before we finally start seeing that. Nearest snow reports are coming into western Kentucky, west of 65. So we get to 11 o'clock, and we're definitely to 12 o'clock time frame going to start seeing some snow out there. Snowfall amounts highest to the south, lower to the north. Here in Lexington and kind of surrounding areas pretty much between about 3 to maybe 6 inches. So we'll be here to watch it for you through the rest of the day, guys.
Okay, Justin, we appreciate all the coverage this morning from bright and early 5 a.m. along with David Aldrich. And we appreciate you tuning in to Fox 56 News. Remember, stay weather aware, bundle up, and be prepared for
safe, everyone,
an interesting
definitely.
day.
Have a great day.